about a bumper sandwich, booger lips?
One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach. All the damn vampires. Shut up!
We're gonna get not another piece.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
Jason's alive. He killed my friend, now he's coming for me.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
Bastards! Why are you torturing me like this? Why?
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Welcome, everyone, to Give Me Back My Horror Movies.
Yay!
We have finished up the month of action, and we still don't really know where Charlie is. So
I haven't
it's
heard
a mystery
from him
right now. Yeah, I haven't heard from him at all. It's like
he's recuperating.
Definitely.
Probably, quite frankly. So my name is Pete. I'm here with a couple of hosts tonight. Of course, Anna, my partner in crime, Captain.
I'm happy to be here, sir.
Captain. And that voice you just heard a few seconds ago was my buddy Daniel. Our buddy Daniel. Daniel from the Geeks with Beards podcast. They review. Well, Daniel, why don't you tell everyone what you do?
Yeah. The Geeks with Beard podcast. We review comic books mostly, but we also talk about movies and video games, action figure reviews on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So we're just all over the place with stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
you did us a solid by participating in the month of action. Thank you very much.
Oh, dude, I am so honored. Me and my co-host Sean are so honored you guys even asked us to be a part of it. So thank you.
Yeah, we'll do it again next year.
Yeah.
There's the last action movie we just did was Rambo 3, and there's a very special present that we got Charlie. So you haven't heard it yet, and I suppose I could let you know what it is since it'll be out already, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've shared the clip too on
Oh,
Instagram.
excellent! Yeah, T-Mac
Yeah.
from the Last Dragon
Yeah.
sent Charlie a message about the month of action, so that was very special
So
to
great.
him. And yeah, his reaction was gold.
It was. He was like so concerned because he genuinely thought something was wrong when
Yeah.
Jackie. And I knew that's what was going to
See,
happen.
Jackie and I have this thing, like we don't talk a whole lot, but when we do, something is afoot. There's some
It
shenanigans.
clicks, right.
Yes, there's some shenanigans on the way. And she came in real earnest and said, "Oh, you gotta stop. You need to look at this." And it's just gold.
He was so serious.
He was like, oh God, what? The kids are dead. The house is on fire. The dogs are werewolves.
Yeah, they're changing.
Yeah. So that was wonderful.
was,
Really
yeah.
happy we pulled that off. Thanks to Ed and Nate. Ed.
Yeah, for sure.
Dustin,
Yeah, and I
Dustin and Nate.
I want to echo Pete real quick. Just from the bottom of my heart, and also I know Charlie's, Nate's, all of ours. This month of action was really special because everyone came together. We all did our own unique, different things. And it was awesome. It was literally like a podcasting festival. You know, at this stage, at the stage, you've got the Geeks with Beards talking about this comic book.
Yeah,
At this stage, you've got Dissect That Film talking about Con Air, and Nick Cage's luxurious hair. So it was just wonderful.
His luxurious receding hairline.
Yeah, and that wind, it's epic. So epic. But yeah, it was great. And I'm so thankful, we all are, to be a part of this little community we've got. And I know Pete is, and I'm super excited that horror's back.
Horror is back. The action was fun, but I'm a horror man through and through. I know
Same.
you are, Anna.
Mhm.
Dan, where do you fall on the action and or horror side, or do you just solidly in the
Honestly,
middle?
I like both, but I do lean a little bit more toward the horror than I do the action. But I do love both
Interesting.
genres, though. Yeah,
Excellent. Yeah,
I'm like
kind of a-
Charlie. I'm big on the '80s action, so yeah.
It's
And
hard
you're kind
not
of
to
a
be when you-
watch. you're kind of a watch whatever kind of guy too. You'll watch
I am.
anything.
Yeah, I love giving everything at least one time watch to see what I think about it, and then I'll be like, no, or yeah, definitely got to go back for it. So.
Right, for sure.
Trying to teach my nephew that with food. Like if you don't never try it, you'll never know what it. You never know if you like. You'll eat chicken nuggets the rest of your goddamn life.
Exactly.
You're preaching to the choir, Pete.
Exactly.
I'm struggling with that right now myself, friend.
Anyway, let's. Tonight's movie from.
Yeah.
I think it was released in the United States on a double bill with Tomie Replay, which is something else I want to. Oh my god, I want to cover it so bad. It's just as weird as this one is, but this is from the legendary manga artist and writer creator Junji Ito. He has this one's called Uzumaki.
Mhm.
Uzumaki in Japanese loosely means spiral, the shape of a spiral. So you can find this movie under either Uzumaki or Spiral, not to be mistaken with the Chris Rock Spiral, which was a
The
Saw
Book of
knockoff,
Saw,
was it?
and it was
Right.
terrible.
Yeah, and there's a couple other movies called Spiral that have nothing to do with this. So if you look Uzumaki, you'll find it much easier. And look for Junji Ito. Also, I have the Wikipedia page pulled up because I'm going to butcher all their names, and I got to kind of keep them straight. So don't at me. I needed a little cliff notes of that.
I struggle too, and I'm from the South. So if you're from the South and it's like you're trying to pronounce different names,
I
it's
wanted to
just-
say that
I'm trying to get better actively, but it's
was-
a different language essentially. So it's hard, but I'm trying. So y'all need to.
I'm Japanese
Don't-
descent, and I still have a problem with it myself.
Oh, okay. Daniel's like, it's fine.
So. Sorry.
No. I mean, yeah, it takes some getting used to. And that's something too I was thinking about, since I've been podcasting full time, I'll say. That's really not until that's not until I got into the foreign films. And usually like in the past a movie that I had to watch subtitles with, I just would not watch because I didn't want to. And I was very ignorant and very dumb. And so I'm very glad that my eyes have been opened. I'm still learning. I'm still getting used to these different cultures. And I think this was one of those movies that I wasn't necessarily apprehensive of going into, but I was just like, okay, just open-minded. And then it delivered on a way that I was not expecting, but pleasantly surprised at. So, and that's what I like about these foreign films. And my daughter now too, she's about to be 9 and she's kind of coming into her own with what she likes with stuff. And a lot of that is Korean and Japanese filmmaking. So now I'm learning that from her too, on top of movies being picked, most specifically by Pete,
Well,
but yes, it's fun.
Before we get too much further into it, we have a trailer. So let's hit the big trailer button.
I actually don't have a trailer because it wasn't in English.
Yeah, this is the bit.
It's the
we
bit.
talked about,
Okay,
Anna.
fuck.
Damn it, Anna!
I missed this. Sorry, I've been drinking, y'all. I'm primed. That joke flew over my head.
Okay,
once again.
don't worry about it.
Started.
I got off work at 2:00. Okay, it's
got you.
7.
That's all right. There is no as per tradition with a Pete pick. There is no trailer for this one. There's no English trailer for it. And as far as histories, I'm guessing it's first time watch for both of you.
Yes.
And are either of you familiar with the director? The director uses a pseudonym in this movie, and his pseudonym only has a couple of movies in it. Higuchinsky. His real name is Hanako Sakai.
It did not ring a bell.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him or his work. He has a beautiful eye. But the man, the myth, the legend, Junji Ito, I am intimately aware of. Excuse me. He is one of my absolutely favorite manga artists out there. He's done the Tomie series. He's done the Cat series. I'm reading something called Paradox right now that is fucked up. Oh my god, you think this is fucked up? This thing is a mess. And as far as the manga, he's not one of those manga artists that is insulting to women. Like there's not a lot of male gaze. Yes, the people are beautiful in it, but there's no nudity or weirdness outside of just it being super weird. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I likened Junji Ito to H.R. Giger minus the weird sexuality.
Okay. That's fair.
His Giger's his vision, his backgrounds, his
Expertise?
no, like his damn it.
Inspiration? I'm trying. I'm fishing.
Wood feels like this, and sandpaper feels like this, and tile feels like his. Everything feels different. You look at his paintings, and you can feel them with your eyes. And Junji Ito, I almost had it. Damn it. Junji Ito has that ability with the pen. Things just are very, very stark, and they can be very simple. And then you turn the page, and your jaw literally hits the floor. Like, the fuck was that? It's marvelous. I highly recommend. I did tell Daniel there is an Uzumaki adaptation. Did I send that to you?
I believe you sent me a message about it. Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah. So it's on Amazon, the Uzumaki anime now. And that is probably the most accurate you can get. This movie is really condensed because of the manga is enormous. It's the size of a phone book.
Dang.
But yeah, it's humongous. It's also half size. You know how it's not full comic book size. It's that half that manga size, but it's like 3 mangas thick. And that the anime on Prime is Junji Ito's art, and it is the full story of Uzumaki. So if you have the time and the wherewithal and the access to Amazon Prime, please go watch it. It's magnificent. It's all in black and white. It's just magnificent. You'll be completely shocked by a few things.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely interested in the anime, and surprisingly, I told my younger brother about this episode, and he's familiar with
Is
Junji.
he?
Yeah, apparently he's familiar with Junji Ito, and I didn't know that. He said, "Yeah, you definitely have got to check out the anime." I said, "Okay." I said, "You're the second one to recommend it, so I'll definitely check it out."
Excellent. I'm glad your brother knows a lot about him. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I saw that there was like a 4-part series that was on. It's on HBO Max right now. I guess it was made a couple of years back, I believe. And
Maybe
I
it's
guess
the same thing.
I guess it expands a little more on the manga.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I looked at it. It took me a minute going through everything to find the right one. I was like, is that it? No. And then I remember seeing the little poster from the link Pete sent me. And finally I found it. But yeah, and then I found it again. Yeah, let's see. 2024. Last year.
So last year.
Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 episodes, 25 minutes apiece, and it's all in black and white.
Maybe it's the same thing, or maybe it's an extension of what's on Prime.
Right.
I didn't see that, so I will definitely go check that out. I do love his work. So since we don't have a trailer, we all watched this thing, and this was a quick turnaround. Again, thank you, Daniel, for coming on. Like,
very welcome.
I think when I messaged you on Tuesday, say, hey, can you come on Thursday? And
yeah, it worked out. Worked out great.
It just worked out.
I was really surprised to see this on Prime. I kind of figured this would be like a Tubi special. You know what I mean? And I was like,
it
Prime
feels like a
of all
Tubi
places,
special. Right?
Interesting.
Right. So this, much like a lot of our J-horror, Japanese horror films that came out in the early 2000s, this was part of that group. The Juons and the Ringus and things like that. This came over in that wave. The Eye was one of them. One last call, one phone call or something. One
missed call.
Well, thank you. One missed call. That's right. All films that I really want to cover here on the horror show. The Eye is something else. So this one came over in that wave of the original J horrors. And it kind of looks like a lot of those J horrors, except it is its absolute own thing. It's not a ghost story. It's not a possession film. It's a curse. This
Yeah.
town is cursed. And the funny thing about this movie, if you do sit down to watch it, almost half of this movie is build up to
It
the end.
really is. It's a
There-
slow burn for
It's a
sure.
very, very slow burn. And for fans of the manga who have read that, all of that's worthwhile. And all of that is in the manga. This long, drawn out lead up, like the romances and the one guy that wants to romance our lead, and the funny
No,
little
Yamaguchi.
He
Mhm,
was
yeah.
creepy, man. Every time he popped up, just his facial features, and they looked directly at the camera so much in this movie. And every time he popped up, it's like he was looking right at me. And I was like, ugh, you're creepy, dude.
Yeah, and the whole movie is filmed in kind of a sepia tone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I like it.
clear. It's almost like it was a handheld video in low light or something, because none of it's crisp, none of it's clear. It probably helps with the dodgy CG at the end.
Honestly, like the
wasn't bad.
CG in this, yeah, I was looking at it, I was dissecting it, if you will, and I was like, that don't look too bad
No,
for
I didn't hate it at all.
2000. And also with the graininess of it all and the
Mhm.
color tone, I was like,
Mhm.
that's aged pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
It's part of some of my favorite my favorite effects are these grainy older films. They have such a charm to them, in my opinion. I think it leads us to it. It's that uncanny valley. It's not trying to be too real. Like today, you're trying to make it look real, and it sometimes doesn't.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it does feel kind of like an early Asylum movie where it at times you're like, really?
Mm-hmm.
But there was some hints throughout the movie. So Uzumaki, again, a spiral. The shape that is spiral has infected this town. We're not going to walk through it. Charlie hates it when we do that. So
Yeah.
what happens is slowly but surely this spiral curse takes over the entire town, and people are affected in different ways. The town itself slowly descends into madness. And our protagonists are this cute little high school couple.
Yeah, they've been
And-
friends since birth, pretty much.
Yeah, since her mother died.
So sad.
It really is.
That scene, and he's like, "I'll be your mom." Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it broke my heart. And she
I
was like,
know.
"I don't want a boy as a mom."
I don't want a boy.
So sweet, though. Yeah,
But a lot of that's just filler, because
it is.
it's the last half of it. So I don't know how much we can cover. Like, there are hints dropped all throughout the movie. And if you guys watched closely, when they have these longer shots, when you see like a landscape shot, you'll see spirals swirling
Yep.
up in the atmosphere or in the
Oh, yeah.
dust. It's real subtle. It's real spooky.
Even
And-
people walking,
Yeah.
like at their heels, you'll get shots of their feet,
Mhm.
and you'll see little spirals down there. And I'm like,
And
you
then
got
they-
to
you
pay
see the big
attention.
ones in the sky above the hospital
Yeah,
when Shuichi's mother was in the hospital. Mhm.
yeah, that was wild
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
It's a I like how that kind of, even if you don't see it, what was that? The Haunting, or the Haunting at Hill House, where they had all the ghosts in the background. And if you go watch
yes,
The Haunting of Hill House and you watch it once, you go back through, there are like in a lot of panels, there are ghosts in the background, and,
You've
and
got
you don't
the little
you don't
Easter
see it.
eggs.
Your brain registers it, but you don't necessarily pick it up, and that spookifies you more, if that's a word. And I thought these spirals were doing the same thing. It was
Yeah.
leading to something, and even if you didn't catch it the first time, it's registering in your brain somewhere as like there's some ominous shit happening here.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to watch it twice, because I know I missed something. I'm sure there was something I missed. So I paid a lot closer attention the second time, and I caught, I'm thinking, every spiral that I was
Mhm.
watching
yeah.
for it.
Looking for it.
Yeah, I was
I
trying to look for
watched-
everything.
When I started it again today, I realized because by the time I got to the end of it, I didn't remember that the way it ended was the way it started.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started it again, I was like, "Oh shit, that did
Yeah.
happen at the beginning."
Is that
So
bookend?
yeah, bookend exactly. And I kind of once I kind of got into the story,
Texture. That's the word I was looking for.
text perfect. Yeah, that's the word.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Ann. Please
No,
continue.
you're fine. It's just the light bulb went off. It's fine, friend.
Ooh, that was the
Texture.
texture. God damn it! It's a common word.
But once I kind of got into it and I started seeing the weird stuff and I just kind of accepted everything, I kind of equated it to the Daddy Cronenberg way of thinking. Like when I watch a Cronenberg movie, whether it be Daddy or Baby, I suspend all disbelief and I'm just here with this story, and whatever happens happens and I'm here for it. And that's kind of what happened with this one in a weird way. And it wasn't until I was like so far into it that I realized that's what was happening, that I just and sometimes it's hard for me to do that with these foreign films, and it's just because of the culture difference and the way they tell stories differently than we do, and because of my ignorance. So the fact that it sucked me in, and then I realized, however long through it, that I'm like, oh damn, this is kind of the same Cronenberg effect where weird stuff's happening, but you're also here for the story, and the two are meshing together in such a great way, but also a weird way. And it's just not normal, is the best way to describe it. And if you're not down with not normal, you're not going to like these kind of movies. And they don't always hit, they really don't. But this one, it surprised me, like I said at the beginning. And I think it was because that effect, I was able to just sit back and be like, okay, I'm in this town and I'm with this girl because she's definitely our lead, and she's so sweet. And I did read that she's kind of portrayed differently in the movie than in the manga. In the manga, she's kind of more like brooding, emo kind of girl.
Yeah.
And in this one, she's more bright and cheerful. And I kind of like that in this. It's she portrays the happiness and the brightness that we don't see
The
everywhere
innocence.
else
Yeah.
in this movie. So I don't know how that transition would necessarily go, like reading the manga, second, as opposed to watching the movie first. You know what I mean? So I really liked that she, every time she was on the screen, I was just happy, and she was a great little actress too. She was just in something recently. She's still acting something recently, American wise. I'll look it up in a minute.
Oh, really?
But yeah, she sold it for me, and just her innocence. I think that's what it all boils down to, is that she was so innocent, and she always just kind of expected and wanted the best to happen until it didn't. And then shit kind of got real. And at that moment, at the end, because I didn't register the way it ended was the way it began. At the end, I kind of thought she died with the way it ended, and it being a horror movie. I was like, oh no, like I don't want her to die. And then I saw that it kept going. We get the kind of slow snapshot. Those had to be paintings. That someone had to have painted those pictures
At the end. Yeah.
They were beautiful. I was like, especially the one with the eyes gouged
With the
out.
snail.
Yes.
Oh, the snail.
It was the snail because he had the shell on his back, and people, we have human snails in this movie, by the way.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten to that yet.
Which was I did not expect it to go there. I really did.
I had no clue where they were going with the snail.
Yeah.
So part of the way Junji Ito tells stories, Tomie and Uzumaki are two great examples, are their vignettes. They're vignettes in a larger story.
Oh.
So Uzumaki happens in this town, and it does so also in the manga. So there's these vignettes. There's a story about this and a story about that, and there's a wraparound. There is a finality to the manga at the very end, much like we had in the film. And the film doesn't do a great job of spending time with any one of those stories, but you can't in a 2-hour movie. You just can't do it. You gotta cram it all in as much as possible.
Yeah.
But like the snail thing was much longer. The gal with the hair, with the spiral hair, also she got her own story, and the way this manga is built, Tomie as well, each chapter is a story. So you've got like, let's say there's 10 chapters,
Okay.
and this is your opening chapter, and this is your ending chapter, and all the chapters in between are their own individual stories as the main protagonist travels through each story. So
Okay.
it's a whole lot of fun.
Interesting.
Mhm.
So they were pulling certain things from each story and putting
They
it in
sure
the
were.
film.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
the guy that was wrapped around the guy that got wrapped around the axle was his own story.
Oh,
Um,
That
Yamaguchi.
was
Yeah.
Yamaguchi, yeah,
nuts.
Yeah.
Wasn't that awesome? Ah.
That was
He's like, I'll make you
nuts.
remember me. You'll never forget me.
Oh shit, dude.
Kind of sad too.
And I love the girl, like you're talking about the hair with the spirals. I love her entrance in the bathroom in the stall. She comes out with a cigarette and she's like, "Oh, I just love being noticed."
I know.
Librarian glasses.
Yeah,
Popular girl. I kind of
very
like that
popular.
insight into like Japanese schools.
Yeah.
And at that point, Marley was actually in the room with me, and she noticed that, like the changing of the shoes when they come into
Mhm.
school, they switch their shoes.
Mhm.
That's
They sure
something
did.
she didn't know. She was like, "Why are
Yep.
they doing that?" I was like, "Well,
It's
over there they don't like the children actually clean the school. There's no janitors. Like
Mhm.
they have a different way of thinking as far as society is concerned." And raising children and what you're supposed to do, you know, their norm is different from ours. So over
Yeah.
there, when you go to school, they don't want to bring in your germs or anything dirty from outside. So you're gonna put your home shoes in the box and put your school
Mhm.
shoes on, and you're
Mhm.
clean. You know, it's the same thing as like a hospital.
Right,
And then you go
right,
back to like thinking of
exactly.
like COVID and how everything went down with that. And it's like, well, they were ahead of the game for a
Or
fucking
even if you're
reason.
in a construction site, sometimes you put little booties on
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
walk through a certain area that is trying to remain as dust free as possible.
Hell, when you
What
have a baby, you've got them on in the
Oh yeah,
hospital. You know?
yeah. I don't know anything about having a baby. It's a little known fact, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
When I was in Japan, every hotel we were in had this little, you'd open the door and there was this little space before you stepped up into your room, and you would take your shoes off
Mhm.
there, and then you'd walk around the room without shoes on.
Mhm.
And we respected that. I came home drunk once, so I may not have did it every time, but but that was a very interesting culture. Like when you watch Juwan has Dan, if you've seen Juwan, when they walk into that house for the first time, there's that landing there, and you take
Yeah.
your shoes off
Mhm.
there, and then you walk around the house. So it's a real thing. It's a real cultural thing.
Yeah, and growing up with my grandmother, she was Japanese, so she taught me a lot of that. Until this day, my shoes go off at the porch before I come inside the house.
Wait,
Oh, that's
So,
sweet. I
That
had
is
no
sweet.
idea you were of Japanese
Yeah,
descent. That's
yeah, I
awesome.
am. Yeah,
Super
and it was really
cool.
cool too in the
oh, you
scene
like weird stuff.
when I'm going to probably butcher her name, unfortunately. Kiri, when she brings the
Kiri.
melon,
Yeah.
brings the melon to her father and they eat it, and then she takes a piece to the Butsudan with her
Yeah.
mother's picture.
Yeah.
That reminded me, my grandmother, she used to have a Butsudan and a
Oh.
Gohonjin that she would pray to twice a day. And I'm like, that reminded me of her little Butsudan that she used to have. And I was like, yeah, she would always have a little bowl of rice and like a little bowl of water.
Mhm, mhm.
And, she would offer it before she would start like that. So I was like, that's really cool,
Aw.
so.
That
That's sweet.
that's awesome.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
Like the Boots of Dawn, and then the Day of the Dead in Mexico. Those are two of my like. Why can't us Americans have something cool like that? That's such a wonderful way. We put people on the ground and walk away. Like
Yeah.
this is honoring the
unfortunately, yeah.
dead. It's like, oh, this
I
is
really
so
want to do like
wonderful.
the ancestry thing or the
Yeah.
21andMe and figure
Ooh,
out, because I
I
don't
don't.
even, Dad has an idea, but I don't even really think him or Mom knew 100%. Because, Daniel, especially you, like down here in
Mhm.
the South, all of us are half Indian.
Yes,
I've
I have a
heard
little
that.
Cherokee that I know of.
Same, right? So we
Yeah.
hear that all the time down here. But
Yeah.
at this point in my life, I'm like, am I really? Like, I really and truly don't know my heritage or where I've come from as far as
Mhm.
before my grandparents, even,
Yeah.
and I've really kind of been interested in that the past year or so, thinking, like, well, where did I come from? Where did all this start? Why am
Yeah.
I here?
Why am I here?
What is life?
Where did the Scream Queen come from?
Yes.
This is getting deep.
Yeah, I know, right?
I wasn't
Sorry about that.
expecting this conversation for Uzumaki. I'll tell you.
I know. It's fun.
Dan, what things what things were weird? What things were weird?
Weird.
It was all weird. Was there anything that stood out in this movie that like just made you go, what?
I don't think anything really jumped out at me like that, but I did really focus in on Shuichi's father and how he was so obsessed with the spiral and how it had taken him over. And I was interested in his journey. I was kind of curious how it started with him, because basically when the movie starts, he's already filming a snail in the alleyway. He's already basically obsessed with the spiral.
It starts like that in the manga too. Okay. So there's no, you just get dropped into this world immediately.
Yes, we've got
we've got the two fathers that are pretty important in this film. It's
I'd love to have got more of her father than what we had.
So we've got Yasu Goshima and Kyoko Sakino. Is that right? I say that right?
Sure.
Or is it Saito?
Gosh, I didn't
Saito.
write it down,
It's Saito.
Unfortunately.
It's Saito.
Okay, Saito.
Saito is the boy in the relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Goshima is the girl in the relationship.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Goshima's father is the clay sculptor, while Saito's father is the photographer.
I think so. He had some kind of like videographer career kind of thing.
I would have loved to have seen Goshima's platter that he had made for him, the spiral platter that he wanted. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that. We got to see later in the film all the other spiral stuff that he had created once he kind of got, I guess, possessed. Maybe that's not the right word, but influenced.
Cursed.
So I'd love to see what the platter was that he had made for Shuichi's father. See what it looked like.
Yeah.
So cool. These two guys are quick. They're like, I want to say they're like patient zero, the two of them, or Goshima is patient zero, and he's Goshima. Did I say that? Shit, no, Saito.
Well,
Saito's his last name, and then Kiri. That's how I know her, the girl.
Yeah, Kiri Goshima. Yeah,
and it was like Shisuto.
Oh gosh, Shuichi is the boy's name.
Shuichi Saito. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's sorry, folks.
It's hard. It's hard.
We're doing disservice.
Forgive us.
Another part that I love too was when they're going by at the beginning of the movie on the bicycle, and the police officer jumps out and he's like, "You two stupid kids! 2 people on a bicycle is illegal." And then he turns around and it shows like a wanted poster, and it's Junji.
It's Junji Ito.
It's Junji Ito, and beside of it is the manga art of Shuichi's father eating the spiral fish cake miso.
Yep.
Like, that is so cool. And see, I caught that on the second watch.
I missed it on the first watch. That was pretty cool.
So,
I remember first time I saw this, I'm like, that guy looked familiar. Wait a minute. And that was a quick rewind for me. I'm like, oh, very, very clever. Very clever.
I checked out the trivia.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I checked out the trivia before I went back and started it over, but gosh, there's only like 8 things of trivia.
It's not much. It's not much.
I know. It's sad.
Sadly.
Should we go to a commercial?
That's a great idea.
All right. On that note, it's time for a commercial.
You are watching the USA Network.
Welcome to Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where each month we drink finely crafted brews while watching terrible films in order to see just how drunk you have to get to enjoy them. So tune in and join Troy.
Kilmore Kreitz.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Dave.
I have the weirdest boner.
And Pete. IPAs are ales, meaning they are bottom fermented. Excuse me, they are top fermented. I that up. Let me try that again. As we drag Kathleen,
Hear me.
kicking and screaming through an alcohol-fueled podcast dedicated to movies of questionable quality and the frosty adult beverages that help make them tolerable. Good Beer, Bad Movie Night. Clearly, it's the beer's fault.
Geeks with beards.
Do you like action? How about a little comedy? Join the Geeks with Beards podcast. When I ask the question, why do people like Magneto?
What the beep?
We cover all the eras. Golden, silver, bronze, and modern.
Then you need to check out the Geeks with Beards podcast. Available on all streaming sites right now. Geeks with Beards.
Just when you thought you were safe, the terror continues with another chilly tale tonight on USA Network's Saturday Nightmares.
And I think too, with this whole spiral infection, for lack of better words, curse, whatever.
I call it a curse.
Curse. That's a great term. I think there's a lot of metaphors there too, because just going, especially with the dads, the patriarchs of both families, going into kind of their world and seeing how they've both been overtaken by the spiral as things go on, as the movie progresses, especially Saito's dad. He's like patient zero. And we get all of his little trinkets, everything he's made, everything he's found with the spiral on it. He's a hoarder, essentially.
He stole the sign from the
salon.
Beauty parlor. The salon, yeah.
I didn't catch that till second watch.
Yep.
This is definitely a movie, guys. No, you're fine. This is definitely a movie that warrants 2 watches.
Yeah, it does, because I missed it when you see Goshima's home. When he's there, you can see the sign sitting outside of the house where he set it down after he stole it.
Just walked home, sat it down, walked inside, and was like, oh, okay, well, successful spiral hunting.
Platter, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, it's also a look into the culture of how married couples act in Japan. And for me, that's kind of definitely a culture shock in a lot of ways, just because I couldn't. That's just not me. I'm not I can't be submissive that way. You know, I can't be.
That's something, man. Jody literally, when we were in Japan, was run over by a couple of guys because women don't exist. Like, she was bowled into.
Seriously?
I'm walking right behind her, and this guy just walks, like, doesn't even see her. His head is up straight away. She didn't go around him. There was plenty of room, and she's got a luggage rack on her and a backpack, and this guy just walks right into her. And I didn't want to start an international incident, but
fair,
that dude,
because then you're the American asshole who's starting shit in Japan.
That dude almost got
I would hope to think he was just being a little extra rude, and that's not everybody.
I would hope so too.
I mean, now granted, my grandmother, she had married my grandfather, and even over here until the day he had passed, she was that way. She did, you know,
everything.
Was kind of, that's just, again, that's how it was, you know, or how it is. So.
Married and subservient, and I like my women strong.
Right, you do, Pete. Yeah,
so
you're an advocate for women.
I love me some strong-headed ladies.
Well, I hate that happened.
Yeah,
on y'all's trip. That's shitty.
It did, and I don't want to say we learned from it, but our heads, both of them, were more on a swivel, and we still didn't back down a whole lot. Like,
you shouldn't really.
No.
But we also were like, it's never worth it, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's really not. But seeing how, you know, especially when he comes home and they sit down for dinner, and what is it, miso? You said
miso.
Yeah, like the little spiral fish cake miso soup.
Yeah, the spiral on that. I was like, you got to be kidding me!
Yeah.
Like, there's even
those are very common.
Well, I'm very ignorant to foreign food as well.
Sure,
because
miso soup is delicious.
Miso soup is delicious, and
I'm a picky eater. I really am.
Those slices are help me out, kamaboko, and it's a fish loaf, for lack of a better word.
Okay, they just cut up.
excuse me, it's not gross because people in America eat it every day of the week. It's a fish fillet from McDonald's, everyone. It is it is whatever's left over from the fish. It's processed and pressed into a cake. That's what this is. So if anybody's going, ew, fish loaf, you're eating it at McDonald's, you jackasses.
It's the same damn thing.
And kamaboko can be it's cooked all the way through, so you can eat it cold, you can eat it warm. You'll put these in ramen, you'll put them in, and they're beautiful, of course. And you put them in ramen or miso, and you can also make nuggets out of them and eat them deep fried with breadcrumbs. Katsu
Interesting.
style, Yeah,
I'm hungry now, Pete. So
I know, right?
I'm here for you.
hungry now.
But that's kind of my long-winded thing of saying that, we see this obsession, the spiral obsession take over everyone. And that can be a metaphor for anything. It can be a metaphor for addiction. It could be a metaphor for OCD. It could be a metaphor
Religion,
for
politics,
anything.
Obsession with
Addicted to
another
cell
person.
phones.
Right, that too.
Great example.
Yeah.
As Dan's over there going, cell phones.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But I almost kind of wonder if the spiral kind of took people over based on how what's the word I'm looking for? Now I'm Pete.
Lucky you.
What's the word? How oblivious they were to it. Or basically how easy they were to get. If you think in the terms of possession, some people are stronger willed and have a stronger mindset, so they're harder to possess. So I wonder if these individuals in this movie were maybe a little naive. That's the word I'm looking for. Maybe they were a little more naive.
Susceptible, maybe.
Yes.
To the curse. Like have you ever seen those folks up on stage at the county fair where they get hypnotized and there's like 7 of them up there and the hypnotist goes, no, you're out. No, you're out. I got my 3 now. And those people were succumbed to his whimsy. I don't know if that's bullshit or not.
Succumbed to his whimsy. His trance. But yeah, I think there's a lot to be said about that too. So I wonder if, maybe these guys are, I don't know, they kind of seemed, a little sad too. And maybe they were looking for something.
Maybe
they were just looking for something and they happened to find it. And it was not what they were expecting.
I know the one student, he was, making fun of the other one that first came in, the one that was slow, that was all covered in slime. And then he later becomes a giant snail, but he seemed like he was all self-centered, maybe. I guess is the way to say it, I guess. Maybe.
He was a bro. He was a bro-ham. He was a jock, right?
Yeah, he was the pretty boy. I put in my notes. He was the pretty boy.
Yeah, he was a pretty boy, for sure.
One of the popular
he had
guys.
the soccer ball
and
later on, right?
And later on, the teacher, he ends up getting the spiral on his back, and I'm assuming would become later on the giant snail as well.
Yes, that's what it was. Okay,
because drinking all the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that reminded me of the Faculty too. Remember how they're all chugging water in that?
That's right.
And they're kind of like reptile creatures too, if you think about it. Interesting, because it wasn't until, honestly, it didn't even really click until the second watch that the reason their backs were moving is because they were trying to hatch their damn shell.
Yeah,
snail shell.
Their shells were
I was like,
growing.
why is their backs moving? That still was not clicking until I watched it again. I was like, oh,
so
shit.
yeah, we have humanoid snails in this, and they're all very slimy, and their shirts keep protruding, and then they start climbing up a building, like, and it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and in a way, I don't know, because I didn't feel like the other students and people that were seeing it climb on the school were giving that much of a reaction. Just like, oh, hey, what? I was like, I would be freaking out. What the hell is this?
I know. I would too.
Like I said, that was one of the stories, and there was like a beginning, middle, and an end to each one of these stories through the manga. So like when you get done with the snail story is done. and the next story is like the girl with the hair or whatever.
Yeah, because it says something about they all started migrating like into the mountains. The snails did, I believe they said.
And that happens. Yeah, that definitely happens in the manga. But that's part of the biggest weakness of this movie is that there's so much source material, and it's so much an anthology. The manga is that they tried to make a movie out of a giant manga anthology, and I think it's really, really hard to do.
It's really hard to do in this day and age too. Well, I mean, I know this was 2000, but stuff like that needs to be tackled. If you're not gonna make a 4-hour movie, it needs to be a mini series, or a show.
Yeah.
You really need to give it that treatment.
This could be like 8 episodes, and they could pick the best 8 vignettes in the manga and have an amazing show. Just 8 episodes. Don't give me no fluff. I don't want 12. I want 8. You know, I hate it when like Supernatural was famous for stretching it out to 22 episodes.
This was back in the day. 40. My buddy at work is rewatching Supernatural right now. I never finished it, but I think I watched to maybe like season 9 or something. But he's pretty much at the very end right now, and he's telling me stuff, and I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know this stuff. And my mom, bless her heart, she actually got to see how the whole series ended before she died, which kind of makes me happy. In hindsight, because man, even when I stopped watching, she watched that show every week, every time it came out. So I was really happy that she got to see how that ended.
That Scooby-Doo episode is something special.
I did watch some of it, but he's
something special.
He's naming stuff off, and I'm like, man, I just don't know what's going on. And then we were talking too about how those early seasons were like 25, 26 episode seasons, and they were 45 minutes each. You don't do that anymore.
No.
That doesn't happen at all.
That was TV back then. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's weird to think about, really. And a lot of content.
You look at some of the animes, I mean, like I love Dragon Ball Z, and a lot of those episodes were kind of filler, stretch out episodes sometimes.
Kinda.
You know?
What? Kinda.
You know.
There were whole episodes of 2 guys staring at each other for 30 minutes. Like,
I mean, it took like 2 weeks to get one battle over with. Exactly. But yeah, you just don't get TV like that anymore. I mean, I guess the animes you kind of do sometimes, but like live action stuff here in America, you don't get as not like they used to do. No.
They've luckily we've got, since streaming's come about, we've got a story and they tell it and they get done with it.
And plus, I don't think people's attention spans are as good anymore like it used to be. American
Horror Story suffered from, we're a network television show. We have to have 20 episodes. And you just didn't need it.
I've wondered about that because I've always been a proponent for American Horror Story, but for some reason too, for me, I just stopped watching, and I really don't know why. And I was thinking about that recently. I was like, damn, those early seasons, Murder House, that first season of American Horror Story is 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But they had a full story, and I don't think it was a full 22 or 26.
No, it was
episodes.
like 8, 10, something like that.
Yeah, it was great. But when you get to the circus one, and then all of a sudden you've got new people 17 episodes in, you're like, Jesus Christ, get.
I was not a fan of that season. That was one that I was just like, no, not for me.
I like the witch one. Hey, let's get back to the
COVID. Yeah. But this movie, it has so many, especially toward the end, you get a lot, and you get a lot of weird at the end, but then the weird for the rest of the movie is just sprinkled in random moments where you're just like, what the fuck? And then it's next scene and it's over. And it's just like, what happened? Why did his eyes just bulge out and roll around and flip back? And then now we're acting like nothing happened.
Yeah. Like a car goes by and says horror, and then it's like, and you're done.
And I love how
it's like in Lethal Weapon when he's like, I'd give my right arm for a siren, and he's hollering. That's like that horror. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, you're fine. And it's like with Shuichi's mother, how she just, after she sees her husband in the washing machine, which of course we don't see it, but
not right away.
No. But she basically has, what does he call it? Spirophobia, I believe it is.
Right, the fear spirals or whatever.
And she's cutting off her fingerprints and her hair. And then that crazy millipede scene that goes in her ear. I'm just like, oh no. No.
I saw
There's
Star Trek II Wrath of Khan way too young because it was a Star Trek movie and they put those little fuckers in their ears. And I think I cried. I was like, no!
No, I don't need any insects near any
almost
of these.
cried again with that millipede. And it was a beautiful one of those giant, like 2-foot long millipedes, right?
Yeah.
And it's crawling along the floor. Like it's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. And then it climbs into her ear.
Oh,
Fucking screamed. First time I watched this, I screamed like, no! Oh my God.
And like Shuichi, he finds out about the phobia and he's like going around ripping anything that has a spiral, you know. And I think it was kind of ironic in a way that he rips the picture of the inner ear. And then unfortunately later, that's how she basically killed herself because of the,
Well, the millipede was talking to her as her husband.
Yeah, it was like her husband. He's like, oh, I'm deep inside you.
Yeah,
I'm deep inside your ear. You know, and she's like, what?
Awful.
I felt so bad for Shuichi.
I did too. Yeah, especially as a kid to think or to have to see your parents kind of go through something like that.
Yeah.
And then you just be all alone because it took them over and then they died because of it. It's really sad. Really tragic.
It is tragic. The tips of her fingers though that she cut off. You get this picture of her fingertips and a pair of scissors, and each one of them is like you just had this big blister on your hand.
Yeah, it's like blown open.
Yeah. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, it's wonderful. What else? God, what
do we think?
Yeah.
Like at the end, I was really sad when Saito, when he dropped down to his knees. I was like, wait, no. He's like, the spiral's got me.
Yeah.
And while that could be a little cheesy, I cared enough about the characters at that point to kind of look over the cheese and just be like, no, he fought so hard. You know, and he's been wanting to get out of the town since the beginning.
We gotta beat feet out of town. He told
He's
her,
like, yeah, let's get eloped. Let's get married.
Let's elope. Let's get
out of here. And I see that's what I think. I didn't mind the slow burn because they did it in a way to where I gave a damn about the characters. I cared about them so much to where honestly, I mean, it got me a little bit when he passed, basically, you know, when he fell to his knees and stuff. It did bother me a little bit because I did care about him. I wanted him to get out. You know,
I was rooting for those kids.
I was. Out of anybody in that whole town, those two for sure.
Yeah. And then he did that for a reason. The writer, director, whoever you want to give credit to, did that for a reason. They waited to give the worst death to one of two of our favorite characters at the very end of the movie and show us everything they've got. Like that animation and that CGI with his entire body twisting into a spiral looked great.
I was so grossed out when the foot when his torso starts twisting. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But when his ankle does, I don't know what it is about the ankle, but when that and all that celery crunching, you know.
Oh yeah. Now I want to ask you this, Pete. You've read the manga. I read somewhere they said that the ending to the movie was different than the ending of the manga because the manga was still going on.
Yes, and I'll be honest, it's been a long time since I've read the manga, and I don't remember the ending.
Okay.
They made the movie while the manga was still being written.
Okay.
And the manga wasn't finished when the movie was released. So you're right. I also read that where the ending for it is different, and I frankly don't remember. Oh no, I got to go back and read it. So sad.
I also love the crematorium, how the smoke would spiral.
Yeah.
They would, do that. And like you'd see the second time after his mother had passed, like their faces showed up in the smoke. Like the father was consuming the mother's face, I guess.
Yeah,
I saw that
weird.
Right. It was, yeah. And everybody's like, whoa.
There's got to be some subtext there that maybe we're just not catching.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And like so we had a reporter come in late.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and he does.
Yeah,
he figures it out. why this is happening. What's happening? There's something going on at Dragon Pond or something like that.
Dragonfly Pond, yeah.
Dragonfly Pond, yeah. There's something going on there, and I figured it out. Meet me there. He calls Saito. He's like, meet me there. I got the answer. And on the way, that's when Yamaguchi jumps in front of his car, gets torn into a spiral around the car's axle, and he hits the windshield because apparently there's no seatbelts in freaking Japan. This is what happens, Charlie, when you don't wear seatbelts.
Right.
Commando. And then his head hits the windshield, makes a spiral.
Yeah. And his eyeball is out.
Eyeball sticks out of the fucking window.
And they zoom in on that. They make let you know that eyeball's there.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, it's gnarly.
Yeah, I liked what he was researching. It was like ancient mirrors were found in Dragonfly Pond. It also had something to do with like serpents or snakes.
He put all those clues together and had an answer, but the audience never sees it because he's the reporter putting it all together, and then we never get the answer.
No, it's left up to our interpretation.
Yeah, and I know earlier in the movie when he first talks to Suichi, he says that his dad had came to him asking about the history of the town, wanting to know about the history of the town. So apparently the father had done some research as well. So
yeah. It definitely feels like there's more information there that we're just not getting because it's in the form of a movie.
Yeah, it's just so condensed.
We need more time.
Yeah. I don't remember it being revealed in the manga either. I think this was like, hey, we're going to explain it. And then now I don't gotta explain it, right?
Pull the rug out from under everybody. Like, I'm just kidding.
Leave it to us to kind of come up with a conclusion, I guess.
Yeah. And with the end, when does she live? Does she die? It's implied, I think, that she does live, but especially because the end, not the end credits, but the very last thing is that I'm telling my story. I feel like she did live, which
I think she did too.
Good for her.
She's just an older lady now, and maybe she's telling grandkids or people of her new village stories about what happened. This is just, and obviously if she did live, we could assume that. Then we can also assume that whatever the spiral was cleared up, or maybe.
Or that town is abandoned now?
Yeah, but I mean, you think if it's not getting what it needs out of this place, wouldn't it move on somewhere else?
Great question.
Unless it's
it would just
linked
spiral
to that
away.
pond.
Like Twister.
Right. Well, with the mirrors,
the pond,
unless that's the center of it.
The
like
spiral in the pond. That one last scene is the spiral hovering right over that pond
with the bucket. That's
There's
right.
A connection there somehow. Whether those mirrors are still in the bottom or we don't know. None of us will ever know.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Could just be an abandoned town or abandoned area.
Then the reporters try to leave through the tunnel and they're like, I can't see the other end of the tunnel. Where's it at? So town wouldn't let them leave.
Yeah.
Basically.
They didn't want them to. That kind of reminded me of From, that TV show. I don't know if y'all have ever watched that, but
I know of it, but I've never seen it. No.
You're stuck in a town and you can't leave. Yeah. It kind of feels like that.
WandaVision.
Oh, that was so damn sad.
That's there will be no better Marvel ever than WandaVision. It's so good.
You know what? As far as TV goes, I think I agree.
Yeah.
That was peak.
That's some marvelous storytelling. Oof.
It really was. Very sad.
And also incredibly sad. Okay, so I guess that's Uzumaki. Let's hit the things.
Yeah.
Do the things.
Into the things.
Anna's in control here. She's gonna.
Oh, I get to hit the buttons.
She gets to hit the buttons.
Oh, I didn't do a kill count.
I got it. Don't worry, friend.
I love you so much. You're my favorite.
Damn, I didn't count.
We're going to guess, though?
Yes.
Sure,
okay,
definitely guess.
We're going to guess.
Yes. Okay, Uzumaki, a.k.a. Spiral. Fellas, how many kills you think it's got? Daniel?
You gotta go, Daniel.
Oh gosh, that I saw probably 10. I'm not counting the snail transformations.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
guess maybe,
human.
gosh, I don't remember. Yeah, maybe 10 or so.
Okay,
That's what I guess.
Pete.
Yeah, I feel like the whole town is dead in some way, shape, or
Yeah,
form.
probably.
But I didn't see them, so I'm gonna echo Daniel here. Like, I'm gonna go. You said 10. I'm gonna go 8.
Yeah. Because I'm guessing the girl with the hair, way it showed her at the end, I'm assuming she
was electrocuted. Her hair
that
was
was it. Okay.
wrapped around those power
Okay.
lines, and that's why she was all feral.
Yeah, that's
why she
right.
looked like beef jerky.
I got so tickled because Pete's been doing the $1 Bob gig for a few episodes now.
Yeah.
And y'all both literally hit on either side of it. 9
Was it
deaths.
9?
Yes.
Oh wow.
9
Awesome.
deaths in this movie.
Hell
And
yeah.
that we
Great
see.
minds.
That we see. Yes. Let's pick our favorite.
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
God, this is gonna be something.
Daniel, what's your favorite kill in Uzumaki?
My favorite kill would probably be Yamaguchi getting wrapped up in the tire of the reporter.
That's a good one.
I don't know. Do you guys feel like he was cursed or possessed? 'Cause I don't think he was.
He was possessed by love.
Yeah, I don't think the spiral had got him. I don't think. I think it was just all possessed by.
Oh my God, Anna, that's brilliant.
Because her friend had told her that she had heard he had been stalking other girls or other classmates prior. So I don't feel like he was possessed by the spiral. I think it was, like you said, the love. So that would be mine. Yeah, his unfortunately, his death.
Yeah, that was rough too.
Yeah, that would be mine.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Pete?
You don't see a lot of death.
No,
you really don't, huh?
Like, you don't see them. It's all the death is off camera. Even Uzumaki. I'm sorry, Yamaguchi. He jumps in front of the car, and then you see the after effects, which is way cheaper to do than to have a stunt person be rolled over. The mom in the hospital. Saito's mom. Saito? No. Yeah, Saito's mom in the hospital as she stabs herself in the ear with a broken pot of flowers or something. And the whole lead up to that with the millipede crawling into her. God.
You hear the crunching in there.
It's a beautiful creature, and it's like, I can't take it. But yeah, and then she goes nuts and just stabs herself in the head, and man, something else. And that's you.
Mine's definitely got to be Saito, because once again, it's a death of a character that I care about.
Oh.
And I don't necessarily, I expected him to get out. I kind of wanted a happy ending, and I had hope. And then,
have you watched Japanese movies?
Not a lot. No.
Let me tell you, tragedy is the typical, is the usual. Not
I'm learning
not the exception. Yeah.
slowly but surely. And then I see
kind
it.
of a 60-40 lean to the bad.
Okay.
Damn. It's not wrong.
Damn. But as soon as he drops to his knees, and then it's just, like I said too, I think it's the worst one. Yeah. Because imagine your whole body spiraling like a damn pretzel. That's awful.
Because he's warning her as it's happening to him. He's like, "Get away!" He's like, "Run away!"
Yeah.
Yeah, and she can't. She's frozen.
Yeah,
she's scared. She's terrified. And then on the flip side of that, when she's like,
love and
yeah, and she's like seeing, I guess, I don't know if necessarily she's being possessed by the spiral, or maybe it's like you think like a ghost taunting you in a way. Maybe it was the spiral taunting her in him. And that was creepy too, to see him kind of on the other side of not being so sweet and attentive and loving, and him being evil because he's possessed. That was creepy too. Just a weird, tragic way to end everything.
For sure.
Yep. Alrighty, let's rate this bad boy.
Let's rate it.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back.
I love that that soundbite. It makes me so happy. I've missed
Jason
it.
X.
Jason X. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. Daniel, our esteemed guest, what do you rate Uzumaki?
This is a 10 out of 10.
Damn. Okay.
No lie,
Swangin'.
I didn't know when I started watching it what I'd feel about it, but after the second watch, yeah, I love this movie. It has the build up of the emotion and the care for the characters. It has the suspense. It has a little bit of the horror, and to me, it never dragged. Yeah, he does a slow burn a little bit toward the beginning, but to me, it never dragged. I never was ever bored with it. I was always waiting for that next moment to hit. What's going to happen next? What am I going to see next? And it never disappointed. So definitely a 10 out of 10. Pete, thank you so much. This is a great movie. Great movie.
I'm honored. Like, wow.
Great movie.
That's something else.
Yes. Well, I will go next since this is Pete's pick, and I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
I very much enjoyed it. I don't know. It's kind of, I've been thinking about it a lot, maybe the spiral's gotten into my brain, if you want to think of it that way. But this is a foreign film that, for lack of better words, kind of nailed it for me. It had the ability to keep my attention, and I cared about the characters, our two main characters at the end. And it was a treat, Pete. It really was. I was apprehensive going into it, not because it was a Pete pick, but because it was a foreign film, and they don't always hit for me.
Understood.
And I'm still learning, like I talked about at the beginning. So this was one that I needed as far as that is concerned. You know what I mean? I needed something like this to kind of enhance my journey, continue my journey into foreign film watching. So this one really worked with that, and I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Thank you.
So thank you, Pete.
That makes my heart a flutter.
Flutter. What did you rate it, Pete? You picked it.
I love this movie. This is a 10.
Yay!
I love this movie. I love the visuals. I love the storytelling. I love the characters. I love the mystery behind it. Like, I love the dick tease that comes in. Like, wait, I've figured out the mystery, and then he dies. Blech, and you never figure it out. I love all that.
Yep.
I think it's, as far as the manga is concerned, it's as true to the original as it can be for a 90-minute movie. It really does a very good job of fitting all the really weird shit in. The gal with the hair, the snails, the guy wrapped around the tire, the washing machine. It's really good at hitting all those big downbeats. Boy, yeah, 10 out of 10. This is one of my favorite J-horror films out there.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you picked it, and we got to watch it.
For sure.
And there's two guys. I gotta look up his name again. Hang on. Saito was in Shin Godzilla. His name is Ren Osugi.
I thought he was familiar. He played like the head government official.
He was one of the big dudes in the government.
Oh,
and then
nice.
Goshima was in Shin Ultraman.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So
Well,
you gotta look for that guy if you're.
Was he one of the? No. I'm trying to think he might have been.
Don't worry about it. He's not one of the Science Patrol.
Well, I'm glad to see that they're still acting. That's cool.
But yeah, they're all the guy that was in Shin Godzilla. His name is Ren Osugi. That dude is prolific. He acts in everything. It's
really
look him up on IMDb, and you're like, Jesus Christ, that guy's a working actor. Wow,
he's been in everything.
Hey, he has, man. Boy, oh boy. So I would add that to all my my kaiju friends.
Nice. Well, in the spirit of Charlie and Nate,
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I smash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's gonna be a disaster.
No.
Oh, come on.
No!
Gonna break Pete's heart.
Anna! Judas!
He's walking away. He's walking away.
I had to incorporate our missing brothers in action on this one.
Pete needs some more alcohol.
Hey, if you really want to go there,
Can I laugh in your face?
I came prepared, my friend.
Are we doing video? I just flipped you both off.
Yes, we are. It's fine. Okay, this user, 4 years ago on IMDb gave it a 1 out of 10. This is titled, Yo, what the fuck did I just watch?
That's fair.
Okay.
Genuinely, that's fair.
Yeah.
This is the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Please avoid this crap and read the manga, everyone. Junji Ito is a legend, and it's a shame that one of his finest works gets such a lame live-action adaptation. The formula is simple. Don't adapt mangas into movies if you're going to ruin it. I gotta cleanse my mind after watching this by reading some more Junji Ito. Well, I think that pretty much concludes everything. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to give all of us
I was
a little...
driving. This
Oh,
is my show.
I'm sorry. You're right.
No, you go ahead, Anna.
I did the Charlie. Is this what happens when you hit the buttons?
Yeah.
You get
when you hit
possessed?
the buttons, you're in charge, and I prefer not to be in charge.
Okay, I'm sorry, Pete.
No. I'm joking.
But we had a little technical difficulties for a moment, and I was just like, okay, gotta lead us back in. I'm like, fuck, this supposed to be Pete. Damn it.
No, I love it. This is fun. Anyway, Daniel, let us know what's happening over on Geeks with Beards.
Yeah, we just recorded our second and last month of action episode, which was Action Comics #1, the first appearance of Superman.
Fancy.
It's like I said in the Discord, I was like, well, action's in the title. So, we did that.
That works. And it's Superman. That's action, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then our next episode that'll be recorded in a couple of weeks, we're going to cover, it'll be the, like I was telling Pete, John Burns, the Man of Steel.
Okay.
We're going to do issue 5. We're going to cover issue 5, which is his version, his introduction of Bizarro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what's cool, a little thing about that is I was reading up on that. Apparently, when he was introduced here in 1986, we do not see Bizarro again until like 1994 in the comics because of what happens at the end of this issue. So I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, that's what's going on with us right now.
That's cool. Great. Very cool. Yeah, over on the Barrens, we are actually taking the month of August off, the entire month.
Good for you.
Me and little D, we got our youngsters getting on back into school, kind of getting back into routine.
Breeders.
So we are. Wah wah.
I see them all coming into work, and I'm just like, ugh.
Dude, I feel that so heavy. Right? Like some of these kids at work, I'm like, if I had you young, I'm old enough to be your mom. This is weird. I've officially hit that age. It's weird. So yeah, we're taking the full month off over there. Charlie is taking a 2-week break because he's a busy man and he deserves it. But we have to keep the well-oiled machine that is Give Me Back running, which is why we're here now. We have Uzumaki done and in the can. And next week, you guys, we have a treat that I'm so very excited for. If you guys have not watched Megan 2.0,
I haven't yet.
You've got to watch this movie.
I like the first one.
I need to watch the first one.
See?
It's good.
A little teaser. I did not like the first one. I wasn't crazy about it just because dolls aren't my thing. I don't think they're scary.
Famously,
Sorry, Parker.
You're going to kick the fuck out of Chucky.
I'm going to punt him.
Go punch Chucky.
He's
punch
him
out the
county.
goddamn window, right?
Yeah, he's gone. So it's just not. I prefer my dolls in the Toy Story form. That's my thing, So like fun shenanigans, little Forky. I'm trash. Yeah, that's me. Not relatable. So with Megan, the second one was an absolute fucking treat. I urge you all before next week to watch Megan 2.0 because we are covering it. Me and Pete will be here. We have a special someone joining us. It's going to be a very, very fun episode, and I'm so excited to. It's not all horror. I know you might be thinking, we just did horror now. Why are you doing horror next week? I consider this movie to be more action, friends, and you'll find out why next week.
Especially from the trailer.
It's so much. It's just fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
this is fun action.
Stop watching trailers. Stop it. Stop it.
I saw a commercial when I was watching Uzumaki that the unrated version is out now. You can rent it to watch the unrated
Uzumaki?
version.
I need to see if I watched the unrated or
Is it
not.
an unrated version of Uzumaki?
No. I meant Megan 2.0. Sorry. I seen an ad for Megan 2.0.
They're pumping it now because sadly it bombed, which we'll get
Yeah.
into next week about why and all that good stuff. But Daniel, thank you again so much for joining us. We'll
Thank
be
you
back
so much for having me.
next week. Month of Action's over. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Spiral.
Oh my gosh! He's missing.